So the next step in actually getting yourself to a match is you've got to sign up for it online. So we've already covered, kind of in this series so far, we've covered why we think you should shoot a match. We've also covered the gear and the guns that you need and kind of where your equipment is going to put you if you do go shoot a match. And so the next thing is actually signing up. Now, one thing I want to make clear is that you can sign up for any number of matches on PractiScore. So PractiScore is kind of the online registration portal, I guess, for matches of all kinds. So you can shoot Steel Challenge matches, bowling pin matches, IDPA, Steel Challenge, USPSA, 3-gun, 2-gun, anything you want, right? And any type of competition there is generally going to be used and kind of going through PractiScore. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually sign up for a match. We're going to sign up for the match that we are about to shoot, and that's going to be perfect because you guys will actually get to see registering for the match that you guys will kind of come along with us for. So looking at USPSA, right? What is the benefit of actually signing up for a USPSA member number and actually paying money to USPSA, right? It's not about necessarily supporting the organization or you know, backing the organization, but for us it's really about being able to kind of get those classifications, get those classifiers counting towards your record, actually being able to sign up for major matches and competing against all these really good guys, the best in the world. If you don't have a member number, you can still shoot a match, and so I want to make that clear. You can still shoot matches, you can still shoot USPSA matches as an unclassified shooter or as a non-member, but we believe that it might be a little bit of a waste of time to sign up without one, just because we're really positive that you're going to enjoy it. And even if you're not able to get to matches really regularly, you're still going to be able to track your progress over time. And so that's what we'll kind of get into here.
We just want to thank the sponsor of this channel, Blue Alpha. We're good friends with the guys over there. We've been running Blue Alpha products for a long time, so we could not be happier to partner up with them. Our current go-to setup for training and competition is their new Battle Belt Light. This is kind of the new and improved lightweight version of their standard Battle Belt. So if you're looking to set up a rig for training, competition, duty use, whatever it may be, this is a great option. We're also huge fans of their EDC belts. Both Brendan and I bought a Blue Alpha belt as our first legitimate EDC belt way back in the day. I personally use the low profile EDC. Brendan uses the hybrid EDC. Both are fantastic options for concealed carry. They also manufacture a lot of other nylon products right here in the USA down in Georgia. So go ahead and check them out at bluealphabelts.com. There's an affiliate link down in the description below that you can use that we get a kickback from. Helps us out quite a bit and allows us to continue making content just like this. So big thanks to Blue Alpha.
So if you look at kind of what I've got up here, I've got the USPSA website, USPSA.org, up on my screen, and this is kind of the home page right here. You'll notice there's a bunch of different things up here at the top. Club resources, which is again if you're running your own match. Okay, member resources. This is where I go a lot. A lot of cool tools in here, right? You can see there's USPSA elections ongoing, so as a member I can actually vote in those elections for the new president. There are a bunch of information about taking the RO exams, right? So where you can actually become a certified RO or range officer. Over here there's the rules, so this is super important, being able to actually pull up the rule book and read up on the rules yourself. Always super helpful to know that, and would encourage you to do that, especially for your division and your class and things. You guys are already familiar with that. And then down here there's the classification system. Over here you can look up classifications, so we'll actually jump into a couple of these. So classification system, that one's pretty interesting. So this page pulls up kind of how the classification system works, which is very interesting, and it has all the information here, all right, and kind of the way they categorize your scores. So you can read up on that. Really interesting stuff if you're not familiar with it. And if I come over here to my member kind of profile here and go down to classification record. So this is my classification record, and this is what actually being a member kind of gives me. So number one, right up here, I've got my member number. Would encourage you to memorize that number if at all possible. It shows when I joined USPSA, so this is let's see, the 15th of September 2019. So that's coming up right here on about 4 years as a member. I'm a range officer, classified in carry optics and open division. So if you scroll down here, it shows you actually what your current classification is. So in carry optics right here, you'll see that I am an M class or a master class. My current percentage is 89. My high percentage was a 92. So recently shot a couple classifiers kind of bad and dropped my score a little bit. But if I come down here, carry optics classifiers, kind of click that to expand, you'll get all of these listed out here. So you can actually see every single classifier that I've ever shot listed right here in this division, carry optics. If you scroll down, there's open classifiers. I started out my career in open, shooting my comped carry gun. And let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 8 of those. And then I quickly switched to carry optics. Yeah, so any classification or classifier that you ever shot will be recorded here. And for me, it's really cool to kind of come through here and look at these. You can even see my first couple of classifiers were real low in the 50s and 70s and then 80s. And so finally getting up to like the high 80s and the 90s, right? So kind of cool to see the progression there. The other thing that's pretty cool is if I come up to member resources and go look up classifications, I can search for other member numbers. So Justin, I believe is, let's see, I've searched for him recently, 123694, is that right? Yeah, so that should be Justin Anderson. Pull that up, and sure enough, there it is. Justin Anderson, he's been shooting USPSA. Looks like he joined USPSA actually a little bit after me. And you could see his classification. So he's also an M-class shooter in carry optics. He's at an 86%, and I can go down here. You can look at all of his classifiers just the same as mine. So really cool. If you shoot a match and you pull the member number from somebody that you shot with, you can actually plug it right in and look those people up, which is pretty cool. So what do memberships actually cost? So my membership is actually due for renewal here pretty soon. So here you can kind of see the cost breakdown. So an annual membership, 40 bucks, 3 years, 105, 5 years, 175. Then you also have the option of doing a lifetime or a benefactor membership. So I'm typically an annual guy, just pretty much sign up for a year at a time. And we'll actually have to do this here pretty soon. $40, guys. I mean, I understand it is money, and it may seem pointless at times, but I think it's definitely worth it for the kind of the benefit that you get. All right, enough with USPSA. So let's go to PractiScore. So if you just go and type in PractiScore.com, you will be prompted to make a free account, so go ahead and do that. I already have one. I'm logged in here. And this is my main dashboard, okay? So when I click my PractiScore bookmark up here, it takes me right to this page. I'm logged in. You guys can see I am signed up for a major match in North Carolina in September, and I'm also signed up for a local match up here in Wisconsin here about a week. So how do you actually find matches near you? So right up here at the top, you'll see there's a tab for scores, matches, events, clubs, shooters, and support. We're going to go to the matches tab. So I'm going to click that matches tab. I'm going to scroll down, and you can actually set your location. What you do is you click the map. Actually, you click the update location, and then you click the map, and that'll kind of show where you're located. And so right now, we're up near Milwaukee, and this is showing me a bunch of matches that are near me. So if I scroll down, you'll see here's a Schultz August USPSA match. Here is a pistol caliber match, Gold Star pistol caliber match. There's an IDPA match at Schultz. It's called the Badger IDPA. Saukville August Steel Challenges. You guys can see there's all these matches that are going on. I'm going to scroll down because I know there's a match that I'm looking for right here. NISA August 2023. So that stands for Northern Illinois section or something like that. Shooters. Northern Illinois Shooters Association. There it is. All right. So, which is funny enough, it's actually in Wisconsin, in Muskego. So I'm actually going to sign up for this match. So this is going to give me all the information about this match. It starts on August 27th, 8:30 to about 3:30. This gives me the location of the match. And I can actually, before I even sign up for it, I can pretty much see who's in it. So if I click View Squatting, scroll down, I can see everybody who's currently signed up. And look at that, in Squad 3, Joseph Fritsch Jr. is signed up. He's actually a good buddy of ours. So we're going to go ahead and sign up, and I'm going to jump in his squad to shoot with him. So what I'll do is I'll put my first name, last name, email address, and congrats to everybody who just figured that out. Carry Optics is my division. My class is Master Class. And so right here you guys can see, well, I guess here with your division too, if you're shooting any of these divisions, obviously you just select that. But with your class, if you're not a member or if you don't have a classification yet, because maybe you've shot one USPSA match 2 years ago or something like that, you would just go ahead and click that U. U means unclassified. All right, but I am classified, so click that M. Categories, if you want to register for a category, you can. None of these apply to me, so I don't. Major or minor power factor, I'm going to click minor because I'm shooting carry optics, just shooting factory 9mm ammo. And of course we covered that in the last video. Put in my member number, Alpha 122815. Are you a USPSA range officer? I will say yes, because I actually took the class, got my certification from USPSA. The benefits of being a range officer are, number one, I think you know the rules, first of all, which is really nice. So if another RO calls something, kind of makes a questionable call, you're able to, know what's going on with all that. It's not something that you should worry about if you are a brand new shooter, but if you do plan on shooting a good number of matches or you get pretty involved, I would highly encourage you to do that. I think it's a good way to give back and to kind of volunteer, as well as potentially get you out of some sticky situations as well. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, I am a USPSA range officer. And sometimes they actually give you a discount on the match, which is pretty nice. Go ahead and check this. I've read and understood the waiver, all that good stuff. And then down here, I can actually go ahead and make a payment. So I will go ahead and put in my card information and register. So I will go ahead and do that right now. All right, so I went ahead and paid for the match, and this pops up. Thank you, you've been registered. You'll be notified when you're approved to squad. Looks like my credit card went through, so that's good. And if I scroll down here, it'll show everything that I already put in. And it actually says you may squad now. So what I will do is I'll scroll down, get into squad 3 with Joey. It'll say, are you sure you want to squad there? Yes, squad me. And now it's being held. So my spot's being held. I actually have to go down to the bottom down here and hit select squad. So this is very important. So this is just reserving a spot just while you're kind of on the website. If you hit select squad, it's actually going to put you in that squad. However, you are not married to that squad. So if you wanted to change and say, you know what, I don't want to shoot with Joey anymore, I want to shoot with Bill, I would go down here to squad 5 and hit yes, squad me, and then go down and hit select squad. But I don't want to do that, that's silly. I want to shoot with Joey. So make sure I'm in squad 3 there, select squad, yes, there we go. And it'll say, thank you for participating. You are currently in squad 3 with following shooters, Joseph Fritsch. All right, so that is pretty much it. Now, if I want to, kind of as we get closer, I can log back into PractiScore. If I go back to my dashboard here, you can see now we have that match, NYSA August 2023. And so if there's anything that's changed, or let's say Justin signs up for the match, which I hope he will here, because it'd be awkward to try to do the video without him. He will get in here, and I can go through and make sure that he signed up for the right squad or whatnot, make sure he jumped into squad 3, or maybe the 3 of us talk, we decide to jump around into one. Doesn't really matter a whole lot with these local matches, but at like major matches, people tend to move around a good bit, and so it's nice to be able to just jump in there. Now, let's look at another feature of PractiScore, which is going to be scores. Okay, so this is pretty cool. When you're done with the match, and we will actually pull up the real scores from the match, but when we're done with the match, we'll actually come back here and kind of check out the scores for how we did. And so let's just click on something recent. So let's just do WGC, which is a local club near us, and let's just do the USPSA July 9th. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Let's go down here to USPSA monthly match. I believe that's the one that we want. Oh, USPSA classifier match. There we go. So this is one that I actually shot. Did very poorly. But you can see, here's my name right here, right? The placement doesn't really matter because it was a classifier match. We can get into that another time. But you can actually go through here and look at each individual person and how they did. If I click on my name, you can see how I did on each one of those individual stages. So that's pretty cool. Guys, that is PractiScore. So hopefully that kind of clears some things up for you. Hopefully you know now how to search for a match, where to actually go to look for those, how to set your location, and actually browse some of those matches that are available to you. And then in addition, if you are interested in signing up for a USPSA member number and becoming a member, hopefully that is pretty clear as well. If you have any specific questions on any of this stuff, because I know it can be a little bit confusing, feel free to reach out to us. So either leave us a comment on this video, go shoot us a DM on Instagram, or on one of our personal Instagram pages. We'd be happy to help you out with any questions you might have, because it's really important to us that we get more people into the sport and into the shooting sports in general and really pushing that performance. You guys know we're all about this, and so anything we can do to make this easier for you guys to actually get out there and experience what competition can do for you, man, that is what we are all about. So if you guys have any other questions about USPSA or anything related to this series, be sure to let us know. Until then, keep practicing and shooting, and we'll see you on the range.
Yes.
Good?
That was it.
Okay, cool.
Money.
Whew. Man, that was easier than I thought.
Yes.